That's probably a little over an inch of water right there.
Very informational, very good information that just came down to the wire that was just well needed across the board.
Probably the thing that was the most interesting is how your soil health and how it reacts to the water and the filtration and all those kind of things. To see it, I knew it, but to see it, it just really opens up your mind.
When Joe Farmer said, "Oh honey, I'm sorry, I didn't grow a crop this year," what his wife said? That ain't gonna work. I can't go to Walmart, right? So their survival depended on the productivity of that strip. So after 3 or 4 or 5 years, when they saw production going down, what'd they do?
The next thing we do is we look at structure like anything else. How's it built? You know, does it break into blocks? Here we call it, see these blocks? Yeah, just squeeze them with your fingers. Just take the whole handful here. Just squeeze them. Get your hands good and dirty. And then rub them on your pants really hard. Okay. My wife yells at me every night. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is soil. This is not dirt, okay? Dirt is what I track into the house and my wife yells at me about for the last 24 years, all right? So you see this structure, okay? So we call that prismatic structure. It's longer than it is wide. I'm gonna get some in your hair. I don't wanna do that, buddy. And see, it breaks down, but that allows water, roots, minerals to travel down those blocks. So it's good to have that. It breaks down into smaller blocks, as you can see just as I squeeze it. And we call that angular block. Squeeze on this one. Which one has more clay?
The second one.
Second one, all right. Good job. That's better than Brian. All right, if you guys want to hand that around. That's the second horizon here, not the surface. And then what we do is we put in nails and we argue again about where the horizons are. So we would put a horizon here because it's obvious. And then I'm seeing a color change in here. And then I'm seeing a big change here. And we also stab at it with our knife. And then, Alex, what are you feeling there?
Squishy. So
Squishy. Yep.
Which is clay?
Clay, yep.
Clay?
Yeah, see how it, when you smear it and it gets all shiny, that's the clay. So look at these clay faces. In some of them, it almost looks like they're wet. You take that one.
Yeah, it does look like they're wet.
Yep.
You can destroy it. You can talk to it. You can smell it. Just don't taste it.
Taste it if you want to, Alex.
You can taste it, but there might be some like livestock poop in it, and that might not make your tummy feel good. But I've eaten dirt before, but it was sterile dirt. So
Sterile, what does that mean?
they cooked it at a really high temperature, so all the bad stuff in it went away.
Why would you eat it?
Because, you know, sometimes you got to use all 5 senses. You know, we got to see, we got to hear. Can we hear different, like, crickets in the field when we're out there, birds? We can smell the actinomyces in the soil. Yeah, they're microscopic. I think they're fungi. So they're fungus. But they're the ones that give, like, after a rainy day, that, have you ever smelled that earthy smell? You walk outside after a rain and you're like, wow, it smells really crisp and good.
Like in the spring after it's been a cold winter and you walk outside on a warm day and you go, oh my heavens, it smells so good.
Yeah, so that's because there's microbes in the soil. But we can see, like, the root structure, it starts.
I don't think it matters if you live in the city or out in the country. Knowing about range health is vital to the survival and conservation of the land. Even if you don't get to live out there and experience it 24/7, when you can learn and arm yourself with the knowledge, then you can still do your part to work on conserving these lands. Hi, my name is Brooke Staten. I'm from Oldsburg, Kansas, and I'm currently majoring in rangeland management. I'm going online currently for my gen eds through Chadron State College. So my ag teacher actually told me about the youth range, school. I think it was March of my junior year, and it was actually like kind of the last chance for me to go to this event.
I'm Weston Dent, live in western Sling County. We got a cow-calf operation. We run sheep, not so much with the cow-calves. We kind of got the sheep on a side deal. It started years ago when I was a kid. Dad needed something to hit the income spot between farming and cows, and so he thought sheep would be a good deal. He's since retired here a few years ago, and we just kind of kept going with the sheep operation just to kind of float some costs and utilize some of the ground a little bit better. The biggest benefit we see for what we do, we got a quarter here and we got a quarter across the road. We farmed this quarter for grain farming and for running our cow-calves or yearlings over here. On the other side, we winter out. We calve on the other side, on the quarter across the road. We do hay, a portion of that for winter feed. So the big benefit for us on that with the sheep operation is to be able to take those sheep and run them over on the so-called pasture meadow, and we go ahead and let them kind of do our more or less weed suppression over there, kind of keep that at bay. So our prairie grass is quite a bit cleaner than what it could be without us having to go out there, spend the money to spray. As far as our sheep is concerned, as marketing, we usually take and retain a few of our rams out of our sheep herd. We retain all of our ewe lambs. We'll either put them ewe lambs back into production for us, or we will sell those to commercial buyers. Mostly what we've had luck with was individuals moving to the county with 10 or 12 acres. They just want something to do,